Hi friends, and welcome to another lesson with college-bound Caroline. Apologies if she seems a little distracted today. CBC is anxiously waiting to hear back from colleges about her applications. For the past several weeks, she's felt like her stomach is tied up in knots. CBC's even been dreaming about university applications. Perhaps you know what that nervous sensation feels like too. Well, CBC thought maybe she could distract herself today by writing some poetry. And since she likes to use her writing as an outlet for her daily life, CBC has decided to craft a haiku about her college application wait time. Would you like to hear it? A hasty haiku while holding on and hanging out. Communication. Handling all the rejection. Final decision. Now, I know poetry can be difficult to interpret at times, but basically CBC is pointing out the importance of keeping up communication with prospective colleges, the difficulties of dealing with university rejections, and how to make a final decision on which college to attend. So dip your pen deep into your inkwell and let's get started. The first line of CBC's poem is very simple: communication. CBC has already submitted her final applications, but she still needs to check her communication with prospective colleges. They might send important messages or acceptance offers or financial aid packages. So CBC checks all methods of communication daily: emails, including that tricky spam folder, paper mail, voicemail, text messages, online application portals, and carrier pigeons. Surprisingly, nobody has sent a pigeon yet, but who knows? Once she receives an offer, CBC needs to make a note of the acceptance deadline. Most universities will give CBC a date by which they need a final answer. They need to know whether to continue to reserve CBC's spot or if they should offer it to someone else. A few colleges may give CBC a different answer besides yes or no. She could be waitlisted or deferred. Waitlisted means that CBC is on a list and has to wait. If the college made an offer to someone else and they turn it down, CBC moves up one spot on the wait list. A deferred decision can happen with CBC's early applications that she submitted in the early decision or early action round. Deferred means that the admissions committee wants to wait to make a final decision on CBC's application. I know, CBC. She hates waiting. The admissions committee will review CBC's application next to the rest of the applications in the regular round. This can give CBC an opportunity to upload her most recent grades from the previous semester. Some universities may also ask her for additional materials, like another recommendation letter, a deferral letter, or updates on extracurriculars or awards that can add context to her application. If CBC doesn't hear back at all from a university by the specified date, she will definitely reach out to them. Admission counselors are people too, and people make mistakes. Maybe there was a typo in the email address, or a glitch in the system, and CBC never received her reply. So, after about a week or so after the date she was supposed to hear back, CBC will send a lovely professional email asking for an update. And speaking of lovely, let's take a look back at the second line of CBC's haiku: handling all the rejection. Wait a second. What is that? Did CBC just get an email back from a university? What does it say? Oh dear, looks like bad news. The sad fact of the matter is that not every university will appreciate CBC's awesomeness, which is why she planned ahead and submitted to multiple colleges instead of counting on just her dream school. Now, CBC's first reaction is to be upset, and guess what? That's okay. It's perfectly all right to acknowledge the disappointment while not getting bogged down in the what-ifs of how she could have done things differently. After recognizing her feelings, CBC wants to continue moving forward. More than one school can be the right fit for her, and CBC wants to be at a college that wants her. Even though this university was one of her dream schools, she still wants to celebrate the other colleges that will accept her. And if CBC finds that she still can't get her dream school off her mind, she can consider transferring there, applying to the graduate program after she gets her bachelor's degree, or taking a gap year and reapplying. While it can be hard to not take rejection personally, CBC can count herself in good company. She's not alone in being turned down by a university. Believe it or not, Steven Spielberg was rejected from a film school, and now he has 3 Oscars, 12 Emmys, 7 Golden Globes, 2 BAFTAs, over 150 film awards. With that in mind, let's look at the third line of CBC's almost award-winning haiku, Final Decision. Once CBC receives all of her acceptance letters, she has to sort through the colleges to pick her final university that she will attend. But how will she choose? Well, first, CBC is going to compare the financial packages. Which college is offering her a better deal with scholarships, financial aid, and on-campus jobs? If CBC really likes a specific school but they are not offering quite as much money, she can also contact them to compare offers. Speaking directly to her major's department might get her a better deal. When she has whittled down her choices to just a few, CBC plans on visiting their campuses one more time. While touring, she wants to really picture herself staying there for 4 years. When she has finished visiting her final choices, CBC can ask herself which campus she liked more. Which city did she feel most at home in? Where would she be the most productive and happy? CBC will also take notes on the college's graduation rates, professional opportunities, internships, study abroad programs, and more. She'll review her priorities in different categories like location, size, extracurricular activities, safety, campus layout, transportation, and prestige. Then she can use her notes to directly compare the universities. By ranking her priorities and considering what she really wants in the end, CBC can decide which college most fits her needs. Well, it looks like all of CBC's college application responses are starting to come in. We better leave CBC to it, but don't forget her hasty haiku while holding on and hanging out. Communication, handling all the rejection, final decision. Come back for our next lesson where we'll learn all about registering for rookies. Until then, keep your fingers crossed for college-bound Caroline. Whoa! Is that a carrier pigeon? Or a carrier sparrow? That's a new one.
Hey, hey.